Hello, this is the how-to video that helps you understand where to find your team project information. And this will relate to both environmental classes, not just this one. So you're going to click on your groups under users and groups. And when you do that, it'll open up and you'll be able to see the various teams, and it shows you how many members. Now your team may have more in the other class, but this just shows you in general there's 5 teams of 5. And every team has active members. Hopefully everybody maintains their activeness and participates. So let's just click on the first one. And when you give it a second, it'll populate and it'll tell you what's going on. You can see these folks are in this team. And more importantly, if you click on this, it tells you that this is a generic core requirement for this class. These are things that are required by the state of Texas that we evaluate. And that's critical thinking, teamwork, communication, and empirical and quantitative numbers. So if you look at these slides, and let's start at the beginning one here, you'll just change this to the title that your team decides for your topic, and you're going to decide basically an environmental topic. And you're going to define the topic, and you'll have a picture of it, and you can describe how it affects East Texas, decide how it affects this state. You can decide how it affects the United States if it's a U.S.-wide issue, and if it's a global issue, maybe like global warming, how it affects the global issue. And then you're going to look for apps. And some people may do water issues. There are hundreds of water apps, so you'll be able to find many of those. And you're going to find them for the different operating systems. So if you're a person that's concerned about water quality or for water safety, you live in a major area, they always have applications for you. And you're going to put a graphic in that kind of explains this. Same thing here, you're going to look at how difficult the app was. And you don't have to actually download the apps yourself unless you choose to, but you need to be able to cite the reviews that others have viewed this app. And find one that has at least 10 reviews, so it's been looked at by a variety of people. Then you make a little graphic that shows how some of these are, so it's easy for someone to glance at and see. And then you're going to look at the cost. So if you want to look at some that are more costly and see what the reviews are, that's fine, versus the free ones, but you don't have to purchase any of them. And you can, make a little quick graphic and see where most of these were free, so they don't even have a bar. And then you're going to decide in amongst your team, you can vote, what's the second best app and what's the best one. And then you're going to make a little summary slide, and it's going to be the top 3 things your team learned from the process. And at the end, you're going to have a reference slide that summarizes all the references. So you'll have your references from your East Texas area, you'll have your references from the USA, you'll have at least 10 apps from the different app developers as references. And the key part here is you're going to decide as a group who's going to do what. And you're going to share that in your little group file. Let me go back to that, to where you can see where that's located. I think it's in the other slide share. Yes, it is. So we won't show that to you right now. But let's just start with this one. You all have to do to see who does what work is click on revision history. You can see that all of these slides were made by me, and I clicked on one right now as I was making this little video, so it shows that I made some changes today. So if you have a team member who decides they're not going to do their work, you leave their slides blank and you don't do them for them. Because if you do someone else's slides, that's cheating, and you get a 0 and so will they. You do your work only and leave their slides blank. That would not be fair to you to be asked to do somebody else's work, so just don't do it. Hope I make myself clear on that. And if you have questions, you all know how to get in touch with me, because you all do. Have a good day.